Hi. I hope you all doing all right. And today I'm gonna talk to you guys about hair care, because this is the reason why I made this channel. Anyways, I really wanna vlog my journey with my hair. For those of you who don't know, I've never put any chemicals like to straighten my hair. I've never done it. So I've always been a natural, if I can use the word. And my hair was like this. And then last year in January, I think it was 27 January, so I'm about to complete 1 year since I cut my hair. It became like this. And the sole reason I did it is because I felt like I was idolizing a lot of my hair, and also because, like, I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it. Like, my hair was very stiff, and I know I could do stuff to make it more manageable and things like that. And I even had the products, but I didn't have the energy. I really didn't wanna deal with my hair, and also I didn't wanna what is the better word, I didn't know who I was without my hair. So I really wanted to find out, like, who is she, like, without hair. And I also was very curious if I was pretty because of my hair, or like if I could remain pretty without my hair, because yes, I'm pretty. And throughout that, like last year, I did nothing, meaning I made no effort whatsoever to grow my hair. That was not the main goal of last year. I really wanted to stay with my short hair, and there was only 2 moments last year that I regretted cutting my hair. It was when I traveled to Japan and Korea. I really miss my hair because, like, I was not used to it, and I was in that like phase where I didn't know how to style it. And since I have like I think my hair is more like 4C throughout, like 4B, 4C, but more 4C. So I didn't know how to style it, and also like the pictures and things like that, I was worried about that, but then it was fine. And also when my friend got married, my hair wasn't long enough to do a ponytail, and I was always used to do ponytails with my hair. I never had a problem with that, so I didn't know how to style it. My hair was longer that time, but I really didn't want to go with like my natural hair. I don't know, I think it was things of in my mind, but eventually by the end of the time I ended up going with my natural hair, my short hair, and I looked amazingly. This is a picture, by the way. So last year I got like thinking in the process, like I didn't want to take care, but there are some stuff that I already knew since I had like long hair, and now that I have short hair, that like the website says, the internet says, the influencers says, and things like that, people say. But personally, for me, I do not agree. And I think if you want to grow hair, I think these are things you should know before, especially if you have chemicals in your hair, before you make the decision of transitioning. Because I feel like a lot of people see like natural hair on the internet and be like, I want that, so I'm gonna transition. But there was a reason why you first went to chemicals, and perhaps it was not a healthy reason, because a lot of us grew up in seeing like TV shows, and we only saw that kind of hair, so perhaps our mind was structured to believe that that was only the beautiful hair that we needed to have. But here's some food for thought, like for people who want to grow hair. And the first one is that the length your hair is not something hereditary, but the volume of your hair is something that you are born with. Meaning, if you don't have a lot of your hair is not full, I forgot the correct term, but like if your hair doesn't stay full, and there's no product that's gonna help you to have a head full of hair. Your hair is gonna remain like that forever. Of course, there are things you can do, like there are hairstyles that you can do that can make your hair look like it's fuller, but there's no product in the market that's gonna help you have a lot of volume. So my hair has always been like this, and it's not gonna change. It will remain like this. The only thing that can change eventually is of course, if I get like, I don't know, a disease that makes me lose my hair, there's gonna be patches throughout, so I'm gonna have less volume, but the physiognomy of my hair is gonna remain the same. However, the length of my hair is not something you are born with. So let's say, like throughout your growth and everything, your hair is always been like to here. It means that perhaps something in your hair care routine is not helping your hair to grow further. And it brings me to point 2. Your diet influences a lot of your hair, a lot. There is no product that you're gonna use, no shampoo, no deep conditioner, no oiling that you're gonna use that's gonna make your hair grow, I don't know, to your butt, if you have a poor diet. I cannot stress this enough. Like, there is no product in the market that's gonna save your hair if you just don't eat correctly. You know, if you don't drink the water, if you don't eat the veggies, you know, if you just eat one meal a day and you say, I'm on a diet. No, you're not on a diet. You're killing yourself, and your hair is not gonna grow. I mean, your hair is always growing. Every day your hair is growing, but you're not gonna be able to retain the growth of your hair. You know, so stop with the idea that you need to stop eating and things like that because of, I don't know, an internet diet that you found, and that is gonna damage the hair growth that you so dream about. And it brings me to point number 3 about the products. I know you all have seen a lot of videos, a lot of screenshots, Pinterest boards, recommendations that you need to have this to grow your hair, you need to do this to grow your hair, oh, you need to go there, you need to... No, you do not need to do all of that. The only things you need, the products that you need, are shampoo, a deep conditioner, a leave-in, a oil, and a cream if you want, a butter for your hair if you want, and heat protectant. Those are the only things that you need to grow healthy hair. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything else, because a lot of these things, for instance, if you want to pre-shampoo your hair, you can use your conditioner to pre-shampoo, or you can use your leave conditioner to pre-shampoo. Or if you really need a pre-shampoo, you can also add that to your routine. But it's not something that you eventually need to buy or spend money on. And you also can do at your house, but that's gonna take time and whatsoever. So I don't know if you're gonna have the time to do it by yourself to spend less money, but you can use the products that you already have in your routine. And like in the products, you don't need to use like gel on your hair. What do you mean you need to style your baby hair? Like, your baby hair is already beautiful. You just need to find a braider that knows how to braid. You don't need to use age control. You don't need to use a gel to braid your hair. You don't need it, because it is a little bit harmful to always using that in your hair. It makes your hair drier, it makes your hair stiff. So you just need to find a good braider, to be honest. And as for the shampoo, there are 2 things. For instance, I have oily scalp. So because I have oily scalp, I cannot use hydrating shampoos as often as I want. So let's say, and I also work, so I do not have time to wash my hair like twice a week or even more, which, like, for our type of hair, I wouldn't recommend to wash like all the time because it's gonna make it very dry. However, like, if I had the time, so I mean I only have the time to wash my hair once a week. So by the time I need to wash my hair, of course I'm gonna use a shampoo that is for oily scalp. However, my scalp may be oily, but my hair is dry, so I need to pre-shampoo my hair. So what do I use? I use the leave-in, and sometimes I use the conditioner, and sometimes I use the pre-shampoo. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But if I could wash my hair twice a week, eventually I would need to buy an hydrating shampoo. Otherwise my scalp would be very, very dry to be using the kind of shampoo I use for your oily scalp, you know. So it depends a lot on your routine, but you can always make it work with these products. And also I talked about heat protectant again. Since I have oily scalp, I do not enjoy, and it brings me to point number 4, I believe, that there's this rumor that you shouldn't use heat in your hair because it's gonna break. That's not true. The only thing you need to know is how to use heat in your hair in order to avoid breakage. So for me, as I was saying, I have oily scalp, so I've noticed that whenever I let my hair dry, like hair dry naturally without heat, my scalp starts smelling. You know that smell when you have something that you put on water, like a cloth that didn't dry well, and you put it in a humid space. You know that smell? Sorry, that's how my hair smells. Like, I've noticed that. So I do not like it. I started using heat protectant. I started using it, and I've noticed that my hair, when I use heat, then when I have to style it, it becomes way more easier for me to style it instead of styling it with my hair with water. You know, what is it? My hair moist. You know what I'm saying? So using it is not a bad thing at all. You just need to use the heat protectant, because that's gonna avoid your hair to break, and also it's gonna help you avoid a lot of the split ends. So do not go to any place to use heat. Try to look for a stylist who knows what they're doing. I'm not gonna be here recommend like just look for black stylists, because I know some black stylists that don't know how to use heat. So just do a little bit of research in your area and try to find someone who has shown that they know what they're doing, you know. Or otherwise you can do it yourself. I do it myself actually. And yeah, I think, and stop with the idea that your hair is gonna grow like this in a month. Like, I mean, as I said, your hair grows every day, but stop with the idea that your hair is gonna go from here to the middle of your back in 3 months. Stop with that idea. Just because someone did it, it doesn't mean you're gonna do it, because that's gonna create frustration, and that's when a lot of people just be like, I give up, I'm just gonna go to chemicals. Each person has their own hair growth journey, and each person is different. So if I go on a hair journey with someone else, and for instance that person has a better diet than me, and that person has a better habit, and it's not just about habit. I was forgetting about something. Is like your sleeping habits also impacts a lot on your hair. Stress levels, anxieties, all those things, it impacts a lot. Last year, for instance, I feel like my hair grew a lot, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was expecting more growth. Did I do anything to grow my hair? No. I only washed like when I started seeing growth, and I saw that I needed to wash, otherwise my hair was gonna smell. Like wash, probably use the deep conditioner and stuff like that, because before that, when I cut it, before that I would only stay in the shower in water like that without any shampoo, and that was fine for me. But when I saw that my hair was growing, and I work, so my work is very stressful, I'm not gonna lie, my work is very stressful, and I've noticed that my hair was suffering. I mean, my hair has been suffering for since I started working, because I get very stressed. And I think it's a little bit on my personality, but I get very stressed. And I didn't have a good sleeping habits. You can see it through my eyes. I don't have, like, I didn't have a good sleeping habits, and it was impacting a lot on my hair. So there's a lot of changes you need to make in your routine in order to see the growth that you so want. But also you need to be realistic. Of course you can be delusional, it's fine, but if you are someone who gets disappointed a lot of times, I have bad news for you. You're gonna be disappointed with your hair at some point, and that's normal. You just need to know that you cannot give up, and you have to look at the bright things, like at the bright side, that where you were and where you are now, you know. Even if, like, in the past 3 months, 2 months, your hair hasn't been growing as much as you wanted, you need to look at those months that it was growing a lot. And also there is a moment in the hair growth journey that your hair is not gonna grow. I don't know why this happens, to be honest. Your hair, like, you're doing the same things, you're being careful, but your hair just don't care, it won't grow. And you have to be okay with that. You know, you have to be okay to be disappointed by your hair. But as long as you put in the effort and doing the right things, you know, not the best things, but the right things, then I feel like you're gonna be okay. So don't compare your hair journey with anyone. Don't compare your hair with anyone, because, to be honest, influencers, they receive a lot of products. So, and even if there's not beginner influencers, because a lot of them, me specifically, I buy it myself. I'm not influencer, I'm a content creators. I receive a lot of products, and I buy my products myself. So, and I work, but I try to buy cheap products, because I do not have the money. But a lot of content creators, especially the ones that receive products, they receive a lot of products, and so they will be recommending stuff that they use and they like. Of course they're gonna be recommending stuff, new stuff, all the time. So don't get the pressure on buying the new it thing, you know. Just start with the basics and try to find the basics that are cheap, that your hair likes. So in the moment that you don't have, like, a lot of money or a lot of budget to spend, you can always go back to those cheap things based on your income, you know. So yeah guys, that's it. So I'm gonna be posting here my hair growth journey. I'm not doing anything crazy, because, as I said, I do not have the time, and to be honest, I do not have the patience also to to stick around and just do all this crazy stuff, you know. And yeah, that's it. Tell me in the comments what advices you also have in the hair growth journey, and do not forget to subscribe, to comment, to like, to share, and subscribe, please. Thank you. Bye.